Hey, good morning. It's Sunday, April 23rd, and we're going to solve today's New York Times crossword puzzle. It's a Sunday puzzle, so oversized grid and usually takes a little bit longer, so please bear with me, and hopefully I won't have any mistakes to chase down at the end. Spent last night in Leadville, Colorado, which is a cool old mining town that's kind of having a little bit of a moment. Little small town at 10,000 some odd feet. It's the highest incorporated town in America. And until, or like during the mining boom, it was the second most populous city in the state after Denver. So kind of a cool little spot. Was visiting with some college friends. Hope you had a good weekend, are having a good weekend. I'm excited for some more playoff basketball tonight. It's been a good weekend for the NBA. Today's puzzle is constructed by Katie Hale and Scott Hogan. It's called Punctuation Matters, which is probably going to inform our solve here and give us some information about the theme to be determined. But I can't say I'm super familiar with either of those names, so no major expectations. But let's do it. With frequency, could that be like oft, like often? With frequency. A little disagreement. A snit or spat, probably. I'm going to say it's probably a spat. A rank for Porthos in The Three Musketeers. Speak in Spanish. Well, that's habla. Court entrance. Meaty sauce is probably a ragu. Polynesian love, I don't know. High grade is an A plus, could be, right? Instrument anyone can play. First thing that came to mind was a kazoo, but I guess it's probably not a kazoo. Let's see what we got here. Talk smack about. Taxing times. Like that's April's. Something you shouldn't pass on. Diligence is the mother of good luck, right? Consults, asks. All right, so we got some confirmations there. Uh, oh, now I understand the significance of the troupe's performance in Hamlet. Okay, so that's one of our themers. See where that goes. W4 collector for short. W4 collector. Like a hirer, hiree. I don't know. Window treatment. This is Patty LaBelle. Window treatment must be a tint, like a tinted window in your car. Over again. Singer Rita, I think it's Rita Ora. Rita Ora touches up as a tattoo, like re-inks. I can't get past this witness box. So definitely going to need a little more help getting this theme together. No idea what's going on yet. Like many burns, paradoxically, is it cold burns? Talk smack about hate on. This is Rainbow-esque is arced. Oh, now I understand the significance. Okay. A word that can be represented by a number. A word that can be represented by a number. Part of MIT. Well, that's the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, right? Water down. I don't know. Could be any of those things, right? Is this plural? Accidental subject of certain snapshots. Accidental subject of certain snapshots. Oh, lens cap. There we go. Watch out for that bully. Lead into air or Atlantic. Mid-air, mid-Atlantic. That works. Application is a use. Father of, I think that's, oops, Ibn. Hmm. We'll see. Zebra of the Innocents. Bamboozle. Scam. Scam? Might be a stretch. Oh, a stretch limo. Let's try scam here then. Passage straight from the heart. Was that aorta? Um, gave medicine. Like cured, treated, cured, cured. I mean, giving someone medicine doesn't necessarily mean you cure them. So I don't. If that's right, it's not really very precise, and it might be wrong. We'll see. We'll find out together. Everyone dislikes autumn now, where artwork is often hung, like gallery, self care, self loathing, self aware. Pardon me. 20,000 drops pharmaceutically. Big name in laptops. That could be Dell or Acer. So yeah, not really sure just yet. Euphemistic term for love. Lisa with the 1994 hit Stay. That's Lisa Loeb. It's a throwback to my youth. Where to see party people out on the floor. It feels like Congress or the Senate, something like that. But that doesn't fit, so it's neither of those. This is Willem Dafoe. Dafoe. Really succeed. Dracula has lived half a millennium. Talk like foghorn leghorn. Uh, what is the word for that? Like, Let's out. Emits. Name that becomes an adjective when Y is added. Scottish refusals. I think that's like nays. I think that's. These are always tough because you're never 100% sure how it's going to be spelled. But I think that's going to be it. Actress Whitman of Parenthood. Never seen Parenthood, so I don't know. Word that can be represented by a number. We already had that clue, didn't we? Industrious animal in a gentle fable. Where did I get gentle? Industrious animal in a classic fable. Um, industrious. Is it like the grasshopper and the ant? Is it ant? Swerve. That feels like veer, maybe. Industrious animal in a classic fable. By the way, I wonder how often that happens where I just add in a word like I did with gentle just now that just makes no sense. And how often you guys are watching these and you're just think I'm a, I don't even know. I'm thinking of a grizzly. Brandy container. It's like a snifter of brandy. Queen's one-time rock style. Fish of the future. That's roe. Twisted dew. Careful, the shrub may have fingerprints on it. Portmanteau expressions popularized by Tyra Banks. Portmanteau expressions popularized by Tyra Banks. Trendy is probably hip. Not just a couple, like lots, many, could be many. Many frontline workers in brief. Not just a couple. Too many options there. So I'm going to hold off until I've got something else to work with. Many a Mormon art is a Utahn. I think that's the correct spelling. I finished this crossword. Staple of Coen Brothers films. Like dark comedy is what I was thinking, but um, dark humor. Dark humor could be. Buck, who was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2022. I was thinking Joe Buck, the announcer, but that's not it. Buck. Closed captioner's machine. A 101 down opera. Well, I don't know a ton about operas, but I'm going to say this is probably Verdi. And this is maybe Aida. Crazy Cat. Yeah, that works. Currency of the Philippines. Diurnal phenomena. Acknowledge wordlessly. Like nod to or nod at. Shape of a fox's pupil. Shape of a fox's pupil. A haven. Is that like a den? We'll see. 10 minutes to get through the first pass there. I don't know, not terrible, but not great. A brightly colored food fish. Food fish. Make goo goo eyes. Earth. Is that like Terra? Is this oft? OFT. Brightly covered food fish. Make goo goo eyes. A title of respect. This is either Sra or is it Sri? Instrument anyone can play. Amped up, slangily. Amped up. Oh, turnt? Yeah, why not? Korean word for cooked rice. Permits allows. Find hilarious. Well, that's awesome. Stillmatic would be Nas. His original album was Illmatic, and so Stillmatic. Nice little play on words there. Something you shouldn't pass on. Blind. Something you shouldn't pass on. Oh, a blind curve. That's interesting. Shouldn't pass on. I was thinking like to your heir or something, or like a genetic trait. But you shouldn't pass. Like there's no passing lane on a blind curve. So little more literal, I guess. A Men in Black role. Oh boy. I mean, it was Agent K and Agent J, I think, right? So, I mean, those are like the only roles. I mean, I don't know. It could be something else, but I'm going to try that. Oh, and this is air guitar. That kind of helps with the agent cross there. Makes me feel like that could be correct. Braided buns are an example of this is like an updos. What is this? W4 collector, something rep. I'm going to say this is updos. Like a hairstyle that's up. Done up. Water down. Like tamp. Water down. What is this? Word that can be represented by a number. Is it just TOO, 2? Purpose. So I was going to say this was use, but then I have application and I have use. So one of those could be wrong. Family name synonymous with wealth in early America. That's like the Astors. And oviform is to egg, as piriform is to peat, pear, peas. Who knows? Purpose. Relative of lime and mint. TikTok persona typified by floppy hair and grunge clothing. A stratagem. Site with two. That's refer to, I bet. Oops. Something B. Well, it's not Cardi B. Oral B, maybe. Certain link. Could be a URL link. Come as a mate. Went way, way up. Sword. Lemon. Curd. A nice little run here in the middle. Away from home. Away from home. Hiker's snack, perhaps. March on, so to speak. Gentle roasts. What is this? Everyone dislikes autumn now. Falls out of favor. Yeah, I like that, right? By the book. Require smelling salts, say. A dud is a flop. Part of a boast by Julius Caesar. That's I came, I saw, I conquered, which is Veni Vidi Vici. And is it Veni or Vini? Big name. Okay, so this is laptop. So Veni. Bert of Cowardly Lion fame. That's Bert Lar. Bert Lar. Rock veins are loads, like to hit the mother lode. Leslie of Gigi and Lily. Leslie. Disinfected. School honcho is a dean. Boots, tent, mosquito spray, etc. Like, it's all gear. I'm going to say. Spaghetti strap top, informally. I think that's like a cami, like camisole. Ewan McGregor. My mom keeps recommending the show with Ewan McGregor where he like rides a motorcycle around, and I keep meaning to watch it and I keep forgetting. So sorry, Mom. Toy that may have a rope. What is this? Really succeed. Oh, go places. That works. Hiker snack. Oh, oat bar. Oat bar. And 20,000 drops. Pharmaceutically must be a leader. Away from home. A field. Far afield. Oh, talk like foghorn leghorn. It's a drawl. Okay. Toy that may have a rope. Oh, a sled. Must be a sled. They might have matching half-heart necklaces. That feels like BFFs. A vaccine molecule is RNA. One who's always on the phone, Siri. Steppenwolf author. What is this? Industrious animal in a classic fable. Is it a hen? I guess it's probably a hen. I mean, what else could it be, right? Something that might be put on plastic bags. What is this? I'm thinking of a grizzly. Bears in mind. Interesting. Something that might be put on plastic bags. Like BPAs. Many frontline workers are EMTs. Thanks, Captain Obvious. No duh. Come together, meet up. A Muppet Bear. Is it Fozzie? Fozzie? Immune system components. Ready to play catch, say. What is this? Queen's one-time rock style. Oh, it's supposed to be glam rock, right? On plastic bags. A ban? That kind of makes sense. A local grocery store, we don't have plastic bags, and if you want a paper bag, you have to purchase it for 10 cents. So people use reusables. Ready to play catch, say. Unexpressed. Unexpressed. Passport requirement is a photo. Pops. Pops. Oh, sodas. I was thinking pops like a word for dad or father. Where at is at. What is this? Careful, the shrub may have fingerprints on it. So plants evidence. Plants evidence. Kind of an odd theme. Where at is at? Oh, email. Picked, named, picked, chose. Enron and peso. Give as a handicap as points. Give as a handicap as points. Local bond informally. Tax ID is your social security number. Whose rhyming friend? Is it Rue? Acknowledge wordlessly. This is probably nod to. I'm going to say Rue. All right. So it took me another 10 minutes about to get through the downs there. So we're not rushing through this thing. Thanks for sticking it out with me. Rank for Porthos of the Three Musketeers. What would fit there? Sort of a rank. A court entrance. Oh, a plea. You enter a plea in court. Polynesian love. I mean, it just looks like aloha to me, but that doesn't work, right? Now I understand the significance of the troupe's performance in Hamlet. The troupe's performance plays a trick. Plays a trick. Well, that's awesome. A W4 collector for short is it's not your HR rep, maybe? HR. Like Gugu has flirt, that works. And this is brightly colored food fish or opas. I can't get past this witness box. Stands in the way. What an odd answer. Part of MIT, so this must be institute, right? And what do we got here? Find hilarious, like aura wrong? Rita Ora. Find hilarious. Well, that's awesome. Oh yay. Like, oh yeah. Oh yay. Find hilarious. Like I mean, is this aloha? Roar at and baron. Is Porthos a baron? Oh, and bop kind of makes sense because like bibimbap is Korean, right? Bibimbap. Uh, hopefully, this is the problem with Sundays though. Like, if any of that's wrong, it's going to be so hard for me to untangle it. Watch out for that bully. Watch out for that bully. Something around, water down thin. Purpose is end. This is something around, water down, soak, and Deborah Kerr. Oh, that works, right? All right. Where artwork is often hung. Where artwork is often hung. Self-aware. Euphemistic term for love. Oh, the L word. Where to see party people out on the floor. I mean, again, this feels like a politics thing. Party people are out on the floor. Dracula has lived half a millennium. Half a millennium, so something 500. Something at 500. Maybe. Let's out. Freeze. A name that becomes an adjective when Y is added. Early. And then we have lawful and Bert Lar. It all works. Word that can be represented by a number. Word that can be represented by a number. Oh, 4. Those are dumb clues. Like, it's just too straightforward and literal. Like, so much so that it threw me off, I guess. Twisted do. Twisted do. Why can't I say that? Twisted do. Portmanteau expressions popularized by Tyra Banks. Is this like smizes? I think this is like, she says this thing that's like smile with your eyes, smize. I finished this crossword. So puzzles over. Puzzles over. Buck, who was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Give a handicap, so spot, points. Local bond is a municipal bond. Buck O'Neill. There we go. Closed captioner's machine is a steno. What is this? Unexpressed. This is latent, not lappant. And ready to play. Oh, gloved. Oh, so hot is trendy. Diurnal phenomena is tides. We're making progress here. Oh, and this must be jerks around. Agent K, jerks around. Something's wrong here, either ibn or cured. Relative of lime and mint is TikTok persona typified by floppy hair. Could be like e-bum. A stratagem is a... This has to be wrong. A stratagem, those both might be wrong. March on. Elapse. Gentle decafs. There we go. Leslie. Disinfected. Sterilized. This Hesse. Twisted do is... What's this? T cells. I don't know. Twisted do. I mean, this is T cells. Is it Twisted Do? LOCS? I'm going to hold off on that one. Relative of Lyman, like father of where artwork is often hung. Oh, eye level. There we go. Must be elapse. Party people out on the floor. Oh, C-SPAN. So it was a politics floor thing. Relative of lime and mint. Stratagem is must be E guy. Aga. Stratagem. I don't know. Yikes. Rare just doesn't make stratagem. And could this be something else? Like Hess feels right. But LOCS locks. Twisted Do is like could it be anything else besides this? And this, like what could this be? Anything else? I mean, like stratagem. Gave medicine, cured. Jace? Is that a thing? Gave medicine. I mean, E guy kind of works here. Jerks around feels right. Jace. Relative of lime and mint. Huh. And I mean, watch out for that bully. I mean, jerks around really feels right here. I mean, this is really the only thing that doesn't feel right to me. Twisted Do. Twisted Do. I mean, let me go through all these. Like with frequency oft, spat, baron. I mean, those all make sense. Plea, ragu, aloha, A plus, air guitar. Plays a trick. I mean, that seems right. HR rep, tint, Rita Ora, re-inks, stands in the way. Cold burns, 2, institute, lens cap, jerks around, mid, use, aga. I mean, what is this stratagem? Deborah Kerr, scam, aorta, cured, falls out of favor. Eye level, aware, liter, acer, L word, Lisa Loeb, C-SPAN, Willem Dafoe, Go Places, Bats 500, Drawl, Freeze, Earl, Nays, May, 4, Hen. Could it be anything besides hen? I don't think so. Hen. Bears in mind, snifter, pardon me, glam, row, twisted do. Like, Sterilized. Fozzie Bear, right? Twisted Dew. I just don't understand that at all. Twisted Dew. Plants evidence. Smizes. Ugh. Hot. Some. Utah. That looks good. Puzzles over. Dark humor. Buck O'Neill. Steno, Aida, Peso, Tides, Nod to, Slit, Den, Opas, Flirt, Terra, Sri, Patty, again, Turnt, Bop, Allows, Roar at. I guess, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yay. Nas. Hate on. April's. Blind Curve. Luck. Asks. Agent K. Updos. Arced. Water down. Soak. Purpose. Like. Master pair. Like, watch out for that bully. Like, could it be anything besides jerk? Relative of lime and mint, like mace. No. I don't know. I don't know. Everything seems pretty darn good, except for that locks. Leslie Karen, sterilized Dean, Gear, Camisol, Ewan. I might be up against it here. This is the reason I don't do more Sunday solves, is because of this very specific situation that I find myself in, where I'm just tabbing around the puzzle, trying to figure out what's what. But everything looks pretty good. I mean, it's the only two spots that I am not crazy about are the ones we've already discussed. LOCS. I mean, a twisted do. A twisted do. A twisted do. And then this over here, I mean, stratagem as rare. I don't know. But I can't do this forever. It's 37 minutes into this thing, and I just I don't know where I've got a problem. But I do know I don't want to spend all day looking for it. It's the last day of the ski season. I want to go skiing. I'm gonna go enjoy a few last turns before spring is officially here, and so I'm going to check this puzzle. Okay, so could this be like boy, and then like stratagem is a cave medicine. What is this? J-A... Like, relative of lime and mint. Like, jade. Oh, the colors, lime and mint. And it's jade. And this is dose. Ghost, pardon me. And this must be ruse. All right, so I wasn't that far off, and like Abu, I guess Abu Dhabi. Yeah, that I probably should have figured that out. The jade one kind of kills me. Relative of lime and mint. It's just another shade of green. So yeah, but e boy. I mean, I've never heard of an e boy. Doesn't sound like a compliment. And a ruse is stratagem. Yeah, I should have probably gotten that. If I was one letter off on that, I probably would have figured out ruse. But since I had two wrong letters in that word, it really kind of threw me off there, I think. Gave medicine, dosed. Yeah, sure, why not? All in all, I mean, this was a pretty good puzzle, and I was like cruising along, making good progress, enjoying myself until I hit, this wall at the end, which kind of threw the whole thing off. But still, pretty decent. A little bit of odd trivia fill. And like, I don't know why, but like Baron and Karen really bothers me. It shouldn't, and they're pretty far away from each other on an oversized grid, so it's should be something I don't mind so much. Instrument anyone can play. Like I like that air guitar clue. Plays a trick. So I mean, this theme, I mentioned it a couple times. I'm not crazy about it. It just seems like a little bit forced, maybe. Just you kind of gotta wedge it right in there, and I don't know. It didn't make this a more fun solve, really, especially. Sundays should have a theme, so I'm not too mad about it. But Bats 500, like, yeah, I don't know. It's fine. A bunch of names that Deborah Kerr, Leslie Caron, even like Fozzie Bear. I don't know how familiar that is anymore. Just kind of some trivia name stuff that I didn't totally love. I liked this where artwork is often hung at eye level. Um, I don't know. I was just thinking of physical locations like an art gallery or someone's office or whatever. But eye level, just I liked that clue. Love as the L word. I guess it's fine. L word, C-SPAN. I feel like there's a couple more of these where it was like a letter and then a thing. Not L word isn't terrible, but um, didn't love it. It's not very precise language wise. Foghorn Leghorn, he's a charming character who I haven't thought about in quite a long time. Nays into May, not terrible, but not great. This like Twisted Dew, I don't know. I have just no idea what that means. Twisted Dew, I mean, like locks of hair, but I don't. I mean, you wouldn't spell it like that, would you? I don't know. It seemed very odd. Smize is, I guess if you're Tyra Banks, you can make up words and people will go for it, but not a huge fan of that. Buck O'Neill, another tough name. Just some names that not everyone's gonna get. I mean, I feel like Patty LaBelle, that's fair game. That's a much more common name than some of these others that I've referenced. What else do we got? I mean, I don't know. Overall, it was fine. I'm bummed that I didn't come out of this with a gold star win, but that is the risk of a Sunday puzzle. And if I hadn't been doing this as a live solve, I might have stuck it out and tried a little harder to figure out what was going on here because I knew this was wrong. I mean, I knew that rare was not the correct answer for stratagem. E-guy seemed fair, but like I knew that I didn't have jade, and so that didn't make any sense. Cured and dosed. I don't know. It's kind of frustrating because at the very first, when I put in cured, it was like, well, that doesn't necessarily imply curing someone, and I was more right than I realized there. Should have stuck with my gut on that. Although like dosed, um, not sure that would have come to mind right away either. And Jade, really, that's a really frustrating one. I should have gotten that. Um, I mean, I should have figured out that the only things lime and mint really have in common are the color, right? The color green. There's not like they're not part of. I mean, I was thinking like what is part of the same, you know, like plant family. But of course, like lime and mint are not part of the same plant family, so that would have been weird. Anyway, so not a terrible solve. And if you're still here after 45 minutes, whatever, thank you. I appreciate that. Please like the video. Let me know that you did stick around and enjoyed it. And if somehow you've gotten this far and are not yet a subscriber to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and subscribe to it. And we'll see you here next time for another live solve of the New York Times crossword. Thanks. Bye.